What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. Early in the morning, we got to get that money. Another Danny Masterson fucking update, right? Another update. So we heard yesterday he was moved to CMC, allegedly. I might still be sticking to my conspiracy theory that he's in the PHU. Even though I know on the inmate locator it says CMC, they can do whatever they want. So let's just say he's in CMC. CMC, California Men's Colony in San Luis Obispo, for those of you that don't know, is one of the softest prisons California has ever built. I've completely forgot about that place because in prison, nobody ever thinks about that fucking place. So he's there now, and there was speculation, like why would it, and I was on the same mindset. Nobody transfers. It's so rare for anybody to get transferred on a weekend. And then this morning, come to find out, Danny Masterson, from what I'm hearing, he was refusing to come out of the cell for everything. Now, when somebody refuses meals, it is the obligation of the CDC to pull them out and have them evaluated by a psych. Because, the CDC has to provide meals, but they also have to pay attention who's not eating. Even ballers, when you're in there and you're doing big things, you're still going to go to the chow hall. For one, it's mandatory to come out of your cell. Now, hold on. He's on the SNY. It's not mandatory over there, but if you miss breakfast, you miss breakfast and lunch. And apparently this dude wasn't coming out at all. I don't know what he was probably eating boogers and his beard. That beard is disgusting, right? But anyways, so I'm assuming that they were monitoring him. He's high profile. I'm sure they were monitoring him. And somebody was reporting, probably the tower cop, hey, every time I open this dude's cell, he's refusing to exit his cell. He hasn't ate. It's been however many days, 3 days or whatever. Because I think it's if you refuse meals for 3 days, they have to pull you out to see the psych. So allegedly he was under escort. 2 officers were escorting him. Now, usually I don't know. I don't know if this happened on Friday or Saturday, but normally if it's on the weekend, there isn't a psych that's going to be on site. I'm sure there could be one up front, maybe, but he was being escorted to medical or somewhere. Now, I saw on Jumpsuit Pablo's channel this morning. Shout out to Jumpsuit Pablo. Go ahead and check out his video. I saw where he said that Danny Masterson was being escorted through corridors. I don't know what corridors he would have been escorted under or in. Unless he was already inside medical, he wasn't being there. So on the yard, I think different states are built different, but in Corcoran, there's a building, and then there's another building, and there's another building. There's 5 buildings, but they're not. There aren't corridors to get from one building to another. You have to come out. You're outside. You're outdoors to walk to another building, and they're not going to bring him out and walk him through the buildings. So either he was being escorted across the yard or he was in medical. Don't know yet. I may find out later, but I'm not going to put out another video. At least I don't plan on putting out another video. So he was being escorted, and the rumor is the assassin, because it was 2 of them, have struck. Where is it? That was horrible, right? Timing was all off. The suspense built too far and died off. But anyways, so the word on the curb is Danny Masterson was being escorted by 2 correctional staff during escort to medical or wherever he was going. There were 2 members of the BBC, a white PC gang in California known as Brothers by Choice, BBC. They attacked Danny Masterson. while he was under escort, beat him down, and for whatever reason, instead of housing him in Ad Seg, the decision was made to get him out of there. So this leads me to believe that there was already something in motion from Sacramento. If this dude gets touched, this is where he'll go next. If that's the case, I'm sure that's in place for where he is now. Where he is now, the only way I see him getting touched at all is if they send the wrong guy out to that yard. CMC's had in the past been known to do that, but I'm sure where he's at now, they're not going to make that. They're not going to make that type of mistake. However, California Department of Corrections, guess what? You know that you guys have a problem with cell phones. There are a lot of people in prison who have cell phones, who are going to watch this video, who's going to watch Pablo's video, JD DeLay's video, Gunner's video, like everybody that's been talking about this stuff, they're going to watch this. They know that Danny Masterson is now in the building. They want to be assassins. Somebody's going to fire him up. Somebody's going to beat him down. I see this dude being toothless in the near future. I will say this. The BBCs that moved on him, that's prison terminology. Moved on means attacked. The BBCs, the two BBCs that attacked Danny Masterson, you know, maybe to them they got down. They did that, right? But what happened was, by them doing that, he's no longer there. And there may have been someone there that was willing to stab Danny Masterson by socking him up, by punching him. I mean, that's kids punch on each other, right? And I'm not trying to put down the BBC, whatever, do your thing, but your names might be published, and you know, people are gonna say, "Damn, you that's what you did? You didn't put a hole in him." So now he's gonna be in CMC East, California's softest yard by far, and he may actually be okay there. So what you guys did is you gave him a free pass, basically. He didn't go to the hospital. I'm sure he's scared to death. And like I said, he earned that. Doing what he did, he earned the anxiety that he's going through, the bruises that he has. And I still believe he's going to be, life is going to be rough for him, no matter what prison they put him in. The fact that he has money, he will be kicking in to somebody. He will be getting slapped around from time to time. But that's the update we have right now. The BBCs got to him before the GBGs. And I mean, you gotta give him credit though. He was under the escort of two officers, and they were like, "Fuck that." Now, if this would have been a Wes Watson story, they would have had stiffened blades of grass and stabbed him repeatedly with blades of grass that were hard because it was, you know, whatever. I don't know. Wes would have came up with some shit why you can stab somebody with blades of grass. My bad. Those of you guys that are used to the channel, you know, I like to make fun of Wes because he likes to make fun of himself. I don't see him, you know, with CMC East being the softest place on the planet. Those guys are all going home. I doubt he'll ever be stabbed there. But, you know, here's the thing. The old prisons, CMC East is a very old prison. all the old prisons in California, for those of you that don't know, for those of you that think, oh, San Quentin, oh, fuck, that's a dangerous place. Oh, Folsom's dangerous. No. The old prisons had too many blind spots, and that's why they took all the maximum security guys out of there and they moved them to New Folsom, Pelican Bay, High Desert, Salinas Valley, and those prisons. They got them out of the old prisons because the old prisons had too many blind spots. It was easier to kill people in those prisons because cops couldn't see everything. These new prisons, they can see everything, right? CMC East is an old-ass prison. There are blind spots. Danny Masterson is going to be scared until he's not. Then he's going to come out. He's going to move around. He's going to think, oh, this place ain't that bad. He's gonna get one of them smack jobs where he's probably gonna be in the program office, or he's gonna be a fucking clerk somewhere and let his guard down, and then somebody's gonna slap the shit out of him and take his fucking canteen. And so it's not, I don't believe he's ever gonna have an easy life in prison. Good for that. But I think the opportunity to really do serious harm to him is gone. CDC, you did that. Excuse me. So that's the update today. That's all I have for you. The BBCs, ladies and gentlemen, they have made world news. They're going to be all over all the platforms. Everybody's going to be talking about him. They got some shine now. Unfortunately, if they would have whacked him, they would have gone down like, whoa, people would have really been talking about him, you know. But they socked him up. They jumped him. They did that under escort. And now Danny Masterson and his dirty, greasy ass beard. I wonder how I wouldn't even want to punch that nasty ass beard, eh? They should have ripped it off his face. Here I go. What am I talking about? Anyways, that's my video for today. I may do another one later. I just wanted to get this out and just say what I heard, because I know there are a lot of people that are interested and I still don't get it. In almost 7 years of being on YouTube, I've never seen any story of any one individual that was like wildfire. But there you go, everybody. Please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out.